What's happening, fam? L.A.R movement still moving. Book is entitled Lessons from a Non-Custodial Father at Amazon, Kindle, and Create Space. Link will be in the description box below. Doing a couple of videos before I hit the gym this morning. You know, listening to Big Crip, getting pumped up. This video is entitled, since I'm going to the gym, Give Your Confidence a Workout. BGS, L.A.R, salute. Kevin Samuels, salute. You know, we're talking about, guys using fashion to change their image, right? And some guys didn't respond accordingly. But one of the things that I believe about some brothers is, men in general, is guys, you may work out your body, you may work to beef up your bank account, but you don't work out your confidence. And some of you guys have a problem with feeling powerful because you're lacking self-esteem. Okay, so you got to work it out. Like you really got to put in the same amount of work to your confidence to get your confidence on swole. So first things first. I pop up freak soul honeys dummies. Okay. First things first. Get out of your comfort zone. See, you can't just like changing your body. You're gonna have to do things that make you uncomfortable, right? That changes. You got to eat things that are out of your norm. To make more money, you have to do something new and do something out of what you know. And learn as you go, and get taught, get mentored into doing something that you're not used to doing. So first thing is first, when you're growing, to beef up your confidence, you're gonna have to go outside of your comfort zone. That's part of changing your image. You're gonna have to try things that are different from what you are accustomed to. So you're gonna have to dress different, and you're gonna have to add more things to your repertoire to be comfortable in different situations. They used to tell you when you were younger, you have to fit every occasion. You can't just be casual everywhere. You can't be formal everywhere. You know what I mean? You got to dress to fit the occasion and dress to impress, right? So here's the thing. When we were kids, at least once they'll send you to school in a suit and tie and see how you handle the walk to school, which is going to be different, how you handle dealing in class that whole day, and how people perceive you, and how the world views you that day differently once they see you in its different light, in its different image, right? Yep, Big Crip. So now what happens is, at the end of the day, you see people respond to you differently. Actually, even when you were younger and you would walk to school, you would be cognizant of where you're going, and so you don't mess up your shoes and your suit, right? You actually became more aware of everything, and people would talk to you different. They'd treat you differently, and you're like, oh, okay, so when I'm wearing these clothes, people treat me like this, and when I wear these clothes, people treat me like this. When I look like I'm playing, people are going to treat me like I'm playing. When it look like I'm out handling business, people are going to treat me like I'm out handling business, right? So there are a lot of men who didn't get that experience. So as adults, it might be your first time. This is why, people talk for years about giving young guys ties, neckties, to see if they know how to tie a tie, because most don't. Most don't know their size. Most don't know their pant size. Most don't know their shirt size. Most don't know their suit size. Most don't know the difference between the different fits. The straight leg, the slim, that type of thing, or relaxed fit. Like, people don't know these things because it's outside your comfort zone, right? And you're not working on that. The other thing you have to do to work out your confidence is you have to change what you're used to talking about. You have to be diverse. Sometimes you got to go around people who are who know different, who have a different expertise in life than you, and shut up and listen, because what they're saying is going to in some way sink into you, and you're going to be like, oh man, wow, okay, now I can see this perspective. I can respect this perspective. You got to read different things. You have to watch different things, to build up your confidence, because when you get in different circles and different rooms with different people, you're able to navigate different different aspects of life, different types of people who grew up in different situations, people who have different mentalities. You don't have to assimilate to everybody, but you have to understand everybody. And it helps your confidence when you're able to walk in a room and there's not one place in that room you can't go, because you're well versed in that many things. You can't just stick to your expertise and just think that's it. Another thing, you have to be you have to accept who you are. That means good and bad. You have to really be cognizant of the things that you're weak in. And the things that you're weak in, you really have to take that into consideration and build those things up. It's not about building up your strengths to 100. Because once you get your strengths to 100, what about your weaknesses? You work out your weaknesses. If you're not good at public speaking, try getting on YouTube and be in public speaking. Real talk. Try it. If you're scared to show your face, don't show your face, but start talking, right? Find something creative to do. Tap into your creative mind. Because when you do that, it'll help you to think outside of the box, which will help you to, when you deal with people, be able to be on your toes and sharp. You're more confident in things you do. You can respect the systems of things going on in life, because at the end of the day, you can deal with all the different realities that you're faced with. As far as building your confidence, find something that you lose in. See, people forget that there's some of the greatest people found something that they were passionate about, that somebody was a whole lot better than them at, and they kept doing it until they got better. They had to keep losing until they got better, right? Until they worked themselves into being a winner. Find that thing that you like to do but you're not good at, and become good at that. Work your way to be a master at something that you are a novice at. That builds up your confidence, because once you do that, you can say to yourself, look, you know what? I wasn't good at this when I first started, but now I'm great at this. So if I could do that with this, I could do that with anything. Even if it's something simple, like, another thing, expand, because I'm going to skip that part as an example. Expand your horizons. Simple. Learn the nuances of different societies. If you like cars, learn cars. Okay, that's nice. But how about you try learning wines, cigars, completely different style. But cars and drinking and smoking is actually in the same wheelhouse, right? So that helps you, right? Expand your horizon as far as cooking and different cultures. Because when you do that, like I said earlier, you're able to relate with other people, but you're also able to have a certain comfort level wherever you go. So when you're comfortable wherever you go, because you've exposed yourself to a variety of different things and you've expanded your horizon, you're more confident because everything is not hitting you for the first time. You know, that's part of the issue with some guys. You're not really expanding your horizons to the point where you're comfortable in different settings. So work out. This is how you work out your confidence. You know, and experiment, not just with fashion. Experiment with your vocabulary. Experiment with your interactions with people. Experiment with your relationships. Experiment with your sexual experiences. Experiment because you can't do everything a monolithic way and expand yourself. You have to try something new. You know what I mean? And sometimes you hit, sometimes you miss. And be able to accept when you miss just as well as you do when you hit. Don't hit and say, "Oh, I'm the greatest ever," and then miss, and then you feel like crap, and you're never able to. You're petrified of doing something again. You're not gonna win all the time. You're not gonna be perfect all the time. So, you know, these are ways, in my opinion, you can work out your confidence. So I'm done with this one. Peace.